This is Radio Free Cybertron, episode 847. I am Brian Kilby. Hopefully this is coming through. I'm running this on a 3-year-old laptop. And it's like an XPS 13, so it's a quarter of an inch thick. So it's supposed to be like a Core i7, which should be fast. But that's not how things work out. I am Brian Kilby. Things never work out for Brian. Don. Things always work out for Don, though, because of hashtag Dononomics.
Dononomics is not an exact science. Past performance is not indicative of future success.
It's an art. It's an art, though, I thought.
It's a way of life.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah. Well, that we all are. That was Matt also. Matt, happy birthday, Monday.
Thank you.
Diecast is in a hotel.
Yep. My Giordano's today.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
But it wasn't a Pizza Inn, so
Yeah, it wasn't gross. Rob.
Hello.
And Chris.
I remember BotCon 2016, Diecast loaned me and Rob one of his laptops, and it also was about a quarter of an inch thick. And I tried to render video out on that. The specs were comparable to my desktop at home at the time. It rendered the video at about a quarter of the speed of my home computer, and it was just a nightmare to actually produce content through that. I am still to this day very, very grateful to Diecast for lending us that to use during the weekend, because we couldn't have done the work we needed to otherwise. But producing video or heavy content on location like that was it was not possible, even with Diecast generosity.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to buy a computer. Yeah, I'm gonna have to buy one. So, we'll see what I have hopefully by next week. Man, I wasn't paying attention yesterday. Or whenever, was it yesterday, Tuesday? And
yes.
My Blue Sky feed, because I'm no longer on Twitter for now. I decided, I think I'm sticking with Blue Sky. Thanks, Ant, for the invite. So, my feed was crazy with the new Universal collaboration toy, which is Frankenstein. I kind of like it.
Yeah. Actually, Frankenstein was the scientist. This is Frankenstein's Transformer.
Frankenstein's Transformer.
His name is Frankenstein.
In our group text, I did send a GIF of Peter Boyle putting on the Ritz.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was surprised by the mold they were using.
But it makes sense.
I thought we were done with that impactor mold.
It's a decent mold, and it's fairly large and bulky for its size class, so I think it fits pretty well.
Apparently the tooling for this was done around the same time as Draculus. So at the time this was made, it was probably the best choice they had in that size range.
Yeah.
This has been shelved for a while because Universal was not playing ball after Draculus.
Yeah, I was going to say, wasn't Draculus
that was
a Target exclusive?
Yeah.
And now it's shifted to Amazon and Pulse.
Yeah, because I was going to ask y'all when this came up on the show, because it's been about 3 years since Draculus came out, right? And it seems like it's a sort of odd it would come out this far past the first one. I was wondering what might have been going on. I didn't realize that Universal was not working with Hasbro on that.
Well, I mean, with the success of the Dark Universe, they probably wanted, higher licensing fees than they got for Draculus.
Yeah, hard to say. I mean, the only thing we know from our, friendly neighborhood insiders is just that Universal was not going along with doing more collaborative after Draculus, and now Frankentron is, out in the wild, so to speak. So Universal must be back on the bus with this at this point. Whether we'll see anything more out of this or not, we have no idea. I mean, the fact that this tooling had been done already, that might have been more incentive to make the deal happen from Hasbro's side too, and then this will just be the end of it. We don't know for sure like anything past this point.
Well, I was thinking about this today when I saw that is what would they do next? And I was thinking, well, we've got Mirage.
Weird Wolf Man.
Yeah, Weird Wolf Man.
Yeah, Werewolf Man, yeah. But we've also got Mirage, and they could easily do him kind of like the Mastermind Creation Sphinx, the Egyptian black and gold kind of color one, and he could be like the Mummy.
I saw somebody, I wish I could remember who it was, suggest that Mirage should be transparent and be the Invisible Man.
I was just gonna suggest
Oh,
that
yeah.
too.
Oh, that makes perfect sense.
That does.
I don't want that mold in clear plastic again, but it makes sense.
But now, okay, Rusty Cross put up in the chat at tfradio.net/discord using Runamuck bout. Runamuck is the white word. Runamuck, I believe, as the
It's
Mummy. I was Runabout. Sorry,
It's Runamuck.
Runamuck. Okay.
Runamuck.
Oh, that's kind of neat there. It's
It
kind
is.
of neat.
Just
Yeah.
add some lines on it and you're done.
The problem is that with the kind of tempos we have, it would look less like mummy wrappings and more just like weird tiger striping.
You could do the same thing with G1 Chase. No, Searchlight.
Yeah. The thing is, in vehicle mode, he would look like he was trying to disguise himself as a Transtech zebra or something.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem I was just describing. Like, it looked like tiger striping or something. Because like the 35th anniversary Megatron that was supposed to be cell shaded mostly just came out looking like it was, really striped too. It didn't play well.
Does not really well with others.
No.
But I'm really like, I'm over that Impactor mold as Impactor, but giving the character's history, him being Frankenstein is kind of a good thematic fit as well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a bad mold use. I like some of the retooling they've done. Just like I didn't buy Draculus, I'm not buying this. But like, I can't fault them for like lack of effort on this.
No.
They even remolded the hands so that they're turned 90 degrees, so he's doing the zombie monster hands thing. Which also means he can't really like usefully hold accessories, but he break a few
Well,
eggs.
his Tesla coil cannon plugs onto his arm. I think that's the only accessory he has.
Yeah.
Yeah, these the crossovers just don't do anything for me. So
The ones that are based on existing Transformers engineering are preferable to me over something like, say, Maverick, where they're doing something original from the ground up, and you can just tell like it's not getting the full benefit of Hasbro Takara resources like other toys are. Like Gigawatt is a brilliant car transformer that happens to be a licensed alt mode. Even though it's just sideswiping again, but it works because it's sideswiping again. It's well-worn, well-tested engineering. And, this Impactor toy is good engineering also. This is going to be a good toy just from a mechanical standpoint. But yeah, I totally feel you on just like the subject matter not being particularly compelling.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I ordered it. I think it's neat looking. I
take a drink.
I ordered it yesterday.
Oh,
take a drink anyway, though. He ordered
or order another one so he can take a drink.
I did not order a computer.
Well, damn it! I already drank. I got a refund.
Oh, I am hitting checkout right now. So
it counts.
I better
That
take
counts.
another drink then.
So there you go. And it'll ship tomorrow. So hopefully for next week we'll have a better stream. So are we good with this? Can I move on to the next one?
Sure.
Yeah.
So Takara Tomy pre-orders went up for a new for the new leader Optimal and Commander Ultra Magnus, but
a bunch of stuff, but those are the two that are probably the most notable. I have like in hand documentation for the most part.
But so there's a lot of new photos, and it I don't know. I like the one where it's just the Matrix popping out and sort of like the chest does come up like we had hoped.
Yeah.
So it's really nice looking. I wasn't super sold on this before, but I am now.
Also notable, the new stock photos show the grille on the truck cab being painted where the previous pictures we had seen, including the stock photos that went up on Hasbro Pulse for Hasbro's pre-orders just recently, had the truck cab being basically unpainted. So we're hoping that is an actual update to the deco, and it will have a little bit more color variation on it. We don't have confirmation on that yet, but it's hopeful because it is still far enough out.
Yeah.
The unpainted one for Hasbro's pictures probably just a result of they got an incorrect sample back, but they had to run with it because of SDCC. They didn't have time to wait for another sample to come in.
Do you think Studio Series or those level of figures would be one that Takara would add extra paint to versus the Hasbro one, even though
No.
they've not been doing that for a while?
No.
I like it. Here. Wait. In-hand photos for Magnus? I thought we didn't have in-hand photos for Magnus.
Yes, we have in-hand photos of Fortress Max.
The Ultra Magnus.
Fortress Maximus has come himself. Okay, then. I'll get Ultra Magnus. I'll get Ultra Magnus to fight me. So it comes it comes in robot mode, which you would expect. But it doesn't have a window.
No.
No, because it's Commander class. None of them have had a window. Except for what, Shattered Glass Jetfire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in robot mode because that's the mode that fits the size box they're using.
And from the looks of the figure, it's going to fill out that box pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a wide boy. So interestingly, the person who posted these pictures says that they received this from a legitimate retailer in Holland.
Interesting.
They placed a pre-order like last week, and it was fulfilled for them already.
Huh.
Well, I hope we get it soon.
So evidently Ultra Magnus has been produced and has been, distributed to some retailers globally. I have not heard anything through our, insider track about whether Ultra Magnus has hit port in the US. I assume if it had, we would know about that. Yeah.
I think so.
But some way or another, this person did get a fully retail-ready copy of Studio Series Ultra Magnus. Anyway, it looks nice, and he seemed to only have good things to say about it from the skimming I was doing. Also,
I don't think his actual release date is really that far off anyway. I think he may have been an October toy.
Maybe.
I'm trying to pull up Hasbro Pulse right now so I can check their release date, but
yeah. In the TFW link in the show notes, along with this, there's some size comparison pictures, and this Ultra Magnus is not lacking for volume. Like, he is head, chest, and shoulders above Siege and Earthrise Ultra Magnus, and pretty much any of the comparable leaders. He's also, as you would expect, bigger than Commander Rodimus, whose robot mode was basically a leader.
Yeah.
It's big, it's chunky, and it looks nice.
it looks like the Ultra Magnus that I want.
It does look good.
It does look nice.
Wheeljack64 says November, but Big Ben says October. Thanks, Josh.
MPM 11D, Dark of the Moon Ratchet.
Yep.
So that crazy ratchet color.
It's called green.
Green. Like, I just find it hideous.
I like it.
I mean, it's supposed to be eye searing. It's an emergency vehicle. You didn't notice it.
How can I order this?
Actually, I don't hate the vehicle mode. I do hate the robot mode. I've always hated the look of the movie Ratchet.
I imagine Hasbro will have direct pre-order for this soon. I think it might be Takara Tomy Mall right now.
Is this a deluxe? Is this the deluxe or
It's
Voyager?
the movie masterpiece.
Oh.
MPM 11D.
Ooh.
D for Dark of the Moon. Or as it is in Japan, Dark Side Moon.
Oh, that's a great name. I didn't know that.
It is.
You did, but you forgot.
I did, but I forgot.
Yeah.
Like, things have happened since then, like children.
Children, yes. This is why I don't have children, because they will make me forget things. Also because I don't like kids. I mean, nothing personal, anybody's kids. I just don't like children as a concept.
So I need guidance on this next one.
Oh, let me see what it is.
This Airazor versus Inferno set.
Oh, yeah, okay. So, I think this wraps up the available molds, so we probably won't be seeing any more of these versus redos. So, Airazor versus Inferno is just like all the ones before, where it's like, you know, mild differences to the Kingdom toys we already have, although Airazor's deco looks like more poppy, vibrant kind of. The real winner here, though, is Inferno, who is given a second copy of the gun accessory in blue so that you can plug it into the blunderbutt. So he's got his thruster and a handgun.
Oh, neat.
So is this a buy for anybody?
I am strongly considering it because that Airazor probably was my favorite Beast Wars mold from Kingdom. And Inferno's not my favorite Beast mold from Legacy. But like Inferno and Tarantulas were both so good, and this has like the accessory completion. So like I am strongly considering it. I like both of these molds a whole lot, and I want to see some more like side by side with the decos to get like a clearer picture of how much they're changed, but very tempting.
I just bought it.
Take a drink.
Drink.
We're getting drunk tonight.
Man,
I'm just drinking water, man.
We haven't got to what we
got
got this
seltzer.
week. It's a bad week.
Well, those were drinks from previous weeks.
Yeah. Well, maybe. So this is news. I didn't see this. Autobase Aichi said that Japan is getting Earthspark, and we're getting better decos.
Yeah.
So are we going back to the different deco period with Takara?
I mean, they might just be doing that because they're releasing them at a different point in time. Like they do co-release in both markets simultaneously, like they're doing with the Generations line.
Oh God, they do look better.
Or it's just because it's not a Generations line.
Yeah.
That's possible too.
Yeah, like Adventure had completely different decos.
But that was before the brand unification also.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
At Transformers Adventure was insanity.
Yes.
Like the best kind of insanity, don't get me wrong, but that was something else, man. That was like Beast Wars second again, except with animated molds.
I miss the old Takara decos, but I do not miss the import prices on them.
Yeah, same.
We were talking a little bit about that in Discord yesterday or the day before, tfradio.net/Discord. I was recalling that I was pretty happy to pay the Takara prices for the better versions of the Titans Return mold, but thinking on it is probably just because I like the Titans Return molds a lot to start with, and I just want them in their best possible way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but there's no build-a-figure parts with the Japanese Earthspark toys, so you're losing a little quote-unquote value.
You mentioned though the Titans Return, like my Windblade, for whatever reason, the one from Takara shattered.
Really?
Yeah. No
That's
idea
weird.
why. Yeah.
And unfortunate.
Let's see here. What else?
Fortunately, the Hasbro one was pretty solid as far as deco goes.
Yeah.
If you could find one.
Oh, a burning primal from the Super 7 line.
Yeah, Reaction Burning Optimus Primal. I can't say the head is the correct color on this, but it's at least not blue. So it's closer to being correct.
Just in case anyone's wondering, this is the regular reaction. Well, the sort
That's
of
the metallic one, right?
Yeah, the metallic one. Yeah, that I found at Target, but that's the mold anyway. If anyone
So
hasn't
for the
seen
vast
mold.
majority of our audience who's listening and can't see it, Don is showing off the action.
Well, yeah.
Don, can you describe that verbally in meticulous detail for our audio?
For the people
listeners?
we're producing this for.
It monkey, not truck.
Yeah.
Thank you. You heard it here
You
first.
heard it here first. Oh no.
Oh, yes.
Transformers watch collaboration. This time it's Seiko.
Uh-huh. I mean, it's only $400.
I still never got the G-Shock, but it is constantly sitting on my watch list.
Your watch
Your
list.
watch list.
I didn't mean that to be funny, but I understand why it is. Oh god, this looks great.
It actually, okay, I can't say it looks nice in, a realistic sense, but like, for a Transformers branded thing, like, it's moderately tasteful.
Yeah.
Oh god,
The thing is, I can't parse watch culture. Like, I can't look at this and say, like, oh yeah, that's $400.
I can't either.
Yeah, I can't. Ever since smartwatches came out, I can't justify a dumb watch.
Well, they're a luxury item. That's how they sell them.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
like, I understand something like a Rolex as a piece, literally as a piece of jewelry. It is aesthetically a very specific thing that it's hitting, and like I understand that part of it. It's just like, I guess it's more watch collector culture that doesn't really process for me. That people will spend what they spend on a high-end piece of jewelry watch that can sometimes cost more than a piece of jewelry with like an actual stone in it, for instance.
Or a car.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that's very nice.
yes, I would rather buy a car than a watch.
Yeah.
I would buy it if it was a smartwatch. But
Not for that much
Would
money.
you buy it if it was a smart car?
I probably would, yes.
Okay, I'm asking my watch friend what he thinks. I'll report back.
I threw this one in for you.
New Dollar
Brian.
Tree evergreen style Transformers masks.
Hope they're only $1.
Oh my
$1.25,
gosh,
they're
$1.25.
They're
Yeah.
terrible. Oh, they're only $1.25. Okay, not bad for $1.25.
Dollar Tree. Everything's
Yeah.
$1.25.
Your kids will wear it 3 or 4 times, and then it breaks, and you can throw it out.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So, edit point. I can't open up links anymore. I'm in Chris mode.
Oh my.
I can't, I just got a high CPU usage warning, and then I heard like a breakup, so I'm going to have to go in and fix it.
Ugh.
Okay, let me just note that to myself.
So, when's your new computer being delivered?
I ordered expedited shipping, so I'll have it by Friday.
Oh, good.
Nice.
Okay.
A worthy expenditure.
Yes. Cool. Okay. So, yeah, I like these. I like the masks actually for $1.25.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
Kids will probably love them too.
It's a very nice thing to get, and like if you just want to hang them on your wall, like they're ideal for that. They're
Oh, yeah.
super cheap. So if you just want some like little chintzy decoration for like a cubicle or something. That doesn't matter if the cleaning people come through and sweep it away, not realizing it isn't trash.
I don't think this belongs in an adult collection at all. In any
We
Well,
collect
form.
toys.
Maybe you're
What
the
are you
wrong kind of
talking
adult
about?
diecast.
What are you talking about? We collect toys.
We collect high grade
No, we
action
don't.
figures.
No, we don't. I collect
collect a
toys.
bunch of fun crap.
Toys.
Did they leave a lot of disinfectant in that room you're in while you're traveling, diecast? Is that part of the problem, or
No.
do you need a Snickers now?
No, he inhaled some of the mold from the cell.
My the
Yeah,
favorite
so-
favorite thing in my collection are frickin' Happy Meal toys.
Yeah.
I collect toys.
Thanks, Hasbro, for sending me mold.
Paladin said
know.
we collect debt and dust. That's true too.
Manikara says, someone tell Diecast my Final Faction collection is still going strong after 2+ years. I assume that's more in terms of the longevity of the quality of the toy. Like that's not it's not a rebuttal to you saying that doesn't belong in an adult collection. I don't think.
No, that's more about Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's jump to what we got this week. Don, what'd you get?
Can you use someone else first? I forgot to get something. I gotta get it real quick.
Matt, it's your birthday. What'd you get this week?
A bad cough.
Just swallowed something. Okay, so I picked up the other day Star Trek Picard Season 3.
The only one.
The only good season. Yes.
I forgot who it was, but I talked them out of buying the first 2 seasons and only get that season.
I bought the first season because I bought it without having seen it.
Really?
Yeah, because I didn't have Paramount Plus yet. So I refused to buy the second one because I would explain it, but you don't allow swearing on the show.
Yes.
But season 3 is legitimately great. And I also picked up Across the Spider-Verse Part 1.
Oh, that's out already?
Yeah, I saw it at Walmart this week. I bought it on digital. I'm good enough for that. I'm fine with it.
So I got a couple of Lego sets, just small Lego sets, both Batman themed. I got the small Batwing, and it is actually a really nice set. I'm happy with that one. I also got the 89 Batmobile in the small scale, and I am not as in love with this one.
Oh, yeah, I can see why.
It's not bad, but with the 89 Batmobile, it should like flare out at the sides towards the front wheel wells, and this doesn't. It's just like arrow straight, and that really takes away from the profile of the car. It's a little bit disappointing.
Yeah, you could change the nose and have an animated series Batmobile.
That's what I was saying. It looks like there's some animated series DNA in that one. Yeah,
it does have the even at this scale, it does have the pop-up machine guns though, which I thought is kind of neat. But you have to have this big wheel sticking off the side to achieve that. So give and take. But no Transformers this week. But I did get my Shokugan modeling project Dino, the AKA Power Rangers Thunder Megazord, and my favorite of the Sentai / Power Rangers mecha, and it's not even close. It's a really nice set. As Chris and I were talking pre-show, yes, they made some choices when they designed this thing, but this is a hard mecha to pull off anyway, because it's really just the red mecha changes from a serpentine dragon into a humanoid form, which is tough to begin with. Kind of limits your posability, and then everything else just makes warrior armor for it. So you can put it together one of two ways. If you want it to have the massive posability, you have to like parts form it pretty bad. Like you have to pull parts off and put them on other plates. Like you have to pull the Red Dragon warrior apart at the waist and like fold down a peg, and then put them back together so it'll have waist swivel. But I mean, and he had like, even with all that, the legs still will not bend backwards at all. Like they're
So I watched a video about that, and it looked like there's a way to fold down those back panels on the legs a little bit to open up the posability. I don't know if you've done that already.
Yeah, like that, yes. But I'm talking about the red dragon at the hips. There's no back movement just because of the way it's built.
I'm sorry.
Just because of the way it's built. But you can still get some pretty cool poses out of them. So I absolutely love this. I may have another one coming, just so I can build Kiba Dio whenever the Wand Tiger comes out.
Right.
And also have Ryuseo to stand alone because it's my favorite mecha ever. But
I don't know what that is, but it looks really nice.
Yes. I'm hoping they get to Car Ranger soon, because I would absolutely love that. But yeah, here's hoping. So that's it for me this week.
Don, what'd you get?
Mostly ham sandwiches. I'll make it quick, so y'all got a lot. My love of comics has waned through the years, and I just don't really care that much anymore. except for one title that was near and dear to my heart called Battle Chasers. And after almost 25 years, I now have the last 3 issues. I didn't realize they were doing that many variant covers.
Did they write and create those just for you?
Well, I haven't read them all yet because I want to sit down and enjoy the last. They stopped with issue 9 because issue 9 was a year and a half out after issue 8, and then it stopped being published. There was a Kickstarter for a new video game a few years ago. The short story is I backed the level of the comics. So now I have 12 copies of the last 3 of the 12 issue run. After 20 years, I now have the complete first 12 issues of Battle Chaser. So I didn't realize they're doing that many variant covers, but I wanted all the variant covers. So that was an expenditure I was not expecting. But there's that. Decided to go ahead and get Rita Repulsa, mainly because 1, it'll look good with Zed, and 2, with Lightning Collection. I mentioned this a few weeks ago. We don't know how long this stuff's going to last as being available. So I thought I'll go ahead and pick one up. Got the Cobra Valkyries in, sort of bolster out the Lady Joe and Cobra figures. And the last thing I got is one I've been looking at for a very long time since it was announced, which is why I'm having a big sale list go up tomorrow on Twitter. Soul of Chogokin Gal Figar.
Dang, that's big.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's the side of the box. Here it is, and just for comparison, here is a deluxe class Mirage that I happen to have handy for
everybody actually consuming this content. It is substantially smaller than the box.
Yeah.
The box is probably about 2 deluxe Mirages tall, 2.5 maybe. Yeah, maybe 3, and I'd say about 5 or 6 wide.
Yeah. So yeah, this is the second form of Gal Gaigar from the OVA Gal Gaigar Final, which is Brave, which is a cousin of Transformers from Takara in the 90s. So, and yeah, that's all I got.
Cool. Diecast, you got anything?
I got a bunch of stuff that's at home, but while I was in Indianapolis, I found another G2 Dead End.
So jealous.
And another G2 Sideswipe.
Ooh, nice.
So the G2 Sideswipe is going to Brian, and the G2 Dead End, I think I'm just going to hold on to as a spare. His yellow paint on his face is it looks like they added a second coat. And like, when paint drips, it looks like it has drips on the base plate, which is kind of sad. But I'm assuming this figure is going to be hard to find because Walmarts don't seem to be getting these figures consistently.
Yeah, my local Walmart hasn't gotten them at all, period.
Yeah. I went to 5 or 6 in this area, and only like 1 or 2 actually had any signs that they had the G2 wave. The other thing, I'm not even going to go through the stuff I got at home because
you can do it next week.
Yeah, I'll do it next week. But that's it.
Okay. Rob, what'd you get?
Okay, I got 2 things. I got another Warhammer 40K figure from Joy Toy. They're very nice. The first one was the one of the Space Marines, the guys in power armor. This was from, I don't know anything about Warhammer 40K. It's from the Women in Sensible Armor faction, and it is a really nice figure. I'm really impressed by these things. They are expensive for 1/18th scale, but articulation is really good. Paint is just spot on. This time I had like one minorly stuck joint when I opened the box, but that's the first I've encountered out of these 2. The other thing I got is I'd been looking for this on eBay and found somebody who had a decent price on it. About 20 years ago, Medicom did as far as I know, is the only posable action figure of the manga version of Kamen Rider #1. Comes complete with the human face with the scars from his cyborg surgery. And Medicom 1/6 stuff is not always is usually not cheap, in fact. But I managed to grab that for under $100, so I'm pretty pleased with it. It is still like in the package. I need to reattach an antenna that came loose in shipping, but it looks really good, and I'm happy to be able to have that. And that's the extent of what I got this week.
Cool. Chris, what'd you get? Nothing.
Nothing. I told you this earlier.
Nothing. I know.
Okay.
I forgot until I said it. So, quite a few things this week. Unfortunately, too much stuff. During the show a couple weeks ago, we talked about these mats, gaming mats, or laptop computer mats. I ordered one during the show, and it arrived. I got the G2 Superion.
Oh, nice!
It's ginormous.
That looks good.
That looks really good.
And the quality, it's very thick. You can't tell, but it's very heavy. I'd actually ordered a separately on another order from Temu, however the hell you say it. Comes from China. I had ordered a doormat, and the doormat came, and it's effectively a laptop mat, like a mat for a computer. It's that thick, but it's way less thick than this is, which is kind of sad. So it's very nice.
Funny.
Sean sent me Mirage, GT Mirage, and Dead End.
Oh, excellent.
Thank you, Sean.
Nice.
I love you. You're awesome. I think it was Josh in our chat last week. Maybe it wasn't, who said that the Optimus Primal versus Megatron 2-pack from Takara only had like the slipcover box. And I'm like, well, in the picture you saw the versus packaging. Well, it's just like a piece of paper that goes over the toys. So it is extremely disappointing. Extremely disappointing. They are really nice looking. So I'm going to allow it. I like collecting things that are artifacts, not just toys. When it's G1 usually. And I got a boxed FHE Transport to Oblivion.
Yay!
Did you notice something about this, the size and shape of it?
Betamax?
It's beta.
All right.
Yeah. So I saw it on eBay, and I'm like, yeah, I'll buy that. It's not funny, but the interesting thing is, if you had any of the VHS, it's got the same kind of label, which is a shiny sort of metallic color, or not color, sheen. So
yeah.
But yeah, so I've got a Betamax copy of Transport to Oblivion, which
now you just need to get a beta machine.
I don't need that. I don't think I'm gonna buy any more. One's nice, one's good enough. Let's see, what else did I get? So I mentioned in pre-show, and I'm gonna break my rule about talking about stuff in video. But for the people watching, you guys, I think last week I talked about getting Transmetal 2 Prowl. And the eBay buyer that I bought it off of, like, it was overkill, but I understand why. The packaging, he wrapped it, put like cardboard backing on the front and the back and around the sides to protect it. The package on this is absolutely gem mint pristine. It's like it's straight from the box.
It is
great carton.
It is scary good condition.
Yeah, like the bubble is crystal clear. This is one of my all-time favorite, at least toys as far as like the appearance goes. So I'd like to get a complete carded and boxed Beast Wars collection. Maybe not like all of the ancillary stuff and BotCon stuff, but retail. So it just looks so nice. So I'm very happy to get it. In the same vein, my first Beast Wars toy ever, I've talked about this on the show, was Airazor. And I won her from a contest on Cartoon Network. So I saw a couple of things on Mandarake that I wanted. So I got a carded original Airazor. I already have a carded VHS version of her somewhere. Really nice looking, still good. Also, the original Optimus Primal versus Megatron carded tooth pack. So something again not for the carded collection. I ordered this. I was half asleep. It was like 2:00 in the morning, and I couldn't sleep. So I'm like, I'm gonna buy something so I can take a drink at 2:00 in the morning. And I bought a carded Predator snare.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Nice.
I don't have one. I do have a Stalker and a brain fart. Why can't I think? I have a boxed one. Thunder Clash. Not Thunder Clash. I do have a boxed Thunder Clash, but Skyquake to do the gimmick with, and I'm not going to, but I would like to, just to like see what how it modifies the sights on those. Let's see here. What else? I didn't need it. Honestly, I originally bought it to flip because the price was so good on it, but the shipping from Japan was not so great. So I'm not going to flip it. I'm going to hold it for a while, for a long while. I got a boxed, and it is beautiful. It's beautiful on the inside, but I got a boxed Brave Max.
Nice.
So,
I thought that's what you got me for my birthday, Brian.
it was not. But the like the instructions are still sealed. Some of the accessories are still sealed.
Wow.
It's an extremely nice specimen, and it's
What? How much was the shipping on that?
it was as much as the toy was, and the toy was
Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking.
the toy was $200.
Ouchie.
Yeah, shipping is horrible.
I mean,
Shipping.
at the same time, though, 400-ish for a really nice box Brave Maximus is a really good price.
I mean, honestly, I think I sold my like I have yours.
Yeah.
And yours is the one I got from you is the Korean version, if I remember right.
I believe so. Yeah, you can tell because I think one of the Autobot labels is on upside down.
Yeah. So, but
I got that from Fangling originally.
oh, cool. Fang's awesome. I love him.
Yeah.
So this one again, it's the Takara version, but like my original Takara one, I'm pretty sure I sold it in like 2010 for $300. So I got a boxed one, 13 years later.
Yeah.
For not much more. So I can't.
No, I think you got a really good price on that, even with the high shipping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really good pickup, Brian.
Yeah. And what inspired me to buy it? I found this isn't one of the stories where Brian actually is the one that bought it. I found where like a boxed Grand Max sold them in Rocky for like $500. And I got a little sick to my stomach when I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh God. I saw, I'm like, eventually I'd like to get a boxed Grand Max. I want to get a boxed G1. I'd rather have the American box, but I'll take the Japanese boxed one. So if I'm gonna have if I'm gonna have all three boxed, I got to start somewhere. So Brave Max boxed for $200 plus shipping. I couldn't argue with that. Blade said that he got the Korean one at BotCon 2006 for $250. So yeah, that was 17 years ago. So I can't complain. Cool. Short show this week a little bit because one, I'm having some technical issues. Hopefully by the time you listen to this, you won't be able to tell. But I do want to thank our patrons at patreon.com/tfradio. Patrons get an ad-free version of the show a day early at a higher bit rate. Weekly Patreon exclusive pre-show podcast, unedited episodes of RFC. If the edits are substantial, like Don drops a swear or something, there's going to be some edits in this one because of technical stuff. Nobody wants to hear what I'm editing out. You get Hot 5 a week early, and I am working on getting those posted, the backlog. Patrons at the touch tier get to be on Hot 5, and of course, patrons at the touch tier get to be mentioned on the show each week and are also listed at tfradio.net/credits. So I'm going to do that now. I want to thank Kevin Dorsey, AJ, Eric Griffin, Tyrell Gwynn, Rick Mahurin, and this is not a patron bonus, but because Rick got kicked off of Twitter, I did send him my one Blue Sky invitation. So I'm hoping, Rick, that you sign up so that you can get kicked off Blue Sky as well.
There's
Ryan
always
Bona,
Mastodon.
Yeah. Emmett Stresovich, Rabbits, Hector Bones, Ness, Joey Russell, Sean Williamson, Spider Bob, Jay Klein Rye, Sean Hamilton, Jacob Owen Lucia, Sean Bratton, Jason Hiley, TJ Petrucci, Hyper Shouta, and Brock Brandt. Thank you all so much. You're awesome. We love you. We appreciate you. You are the best. But yeah, speaking of Blue Sky, you can find me on Blue Sky as, is it just Kilby? I just give I got my last name finally. No B's and no first name, anything like that. It's just Kilby. I'm also in Threads. I still have Threads. I just am not using it much.
Yeah, it's funny how nobody talks about Threads anymore.
I did. That's at Brian Kilby. Also, Instagram, Brian Kilby, and at briankilby.com. I have not posted any extra RFC podcasts, like stuff like my Happy Day podcast or anything in a while. I need to get back on it. You can find everything that we do at tfradio.net. We're also on Twitter. We still use Twitter for at tfradio. John DeLuda not here. He is at that John D everywhere. Rob Springer not here. He is at Robo Rob Springer on Twitter. Donald, how do people get a hold of you?
I'm reached on Twitter at HMRC, the number 4, EVR.
Cool. Diecast.
Don, what if they want to buy your stuff? Where did they buy your stuff at? eBay?
Hmm?
The
eBay?
stuff you're gonna
I
sell.
haven't been. I'm putting a big sales list up on Twitter tomorrow, but I'm not doing eBay right now just because of the fees and everything.
Okay. You can follow me on Blue Sky also at it's at the same thing as Twitter at Diecast2.
Am I following you?
I don't know.
You
Did
fixed
you
that.
have to have the 2? Did you try to just get diecast?
No, he's Diecast 2. That's like he's been Diecast 2 for years.
Yeah,
But he could have finally just been diecast.
I know, but then I was like, then it'll be different than Twitter, and I didn't want to confuse people. I honestly like at that John D everywhere. That's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Like, that it's the same thing on every platform. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do, is be consistent with the platforms.
They say consistency is victory.
Yep.
Yeah, victory sucks. The toys are great.
But,
sucks.
But victory with ball joints would be the best.
Victory with ball joints would be the best.
I don't know. Your ball joints are out now. It's whatever they call the new ones for that they use
Universals.
Universals or
Yeah.
ball joints are that's
I'll take either.
toy stuff now.
Studio Series still uses ball joints.
Does it really?
Do they?
Yeah. Braun's got ball jointed shoulders, for instance.
Yeah, ball joints still work great for smaller toys. I mean,
Yeah, small. Yeah,
You see less and less of them, but they're still used.
I'll work on finding you more examples. Please continue, Diecast.
and then you can follow me on Facebook or like my Facebook page at Reviews by Diecast, and you can see my reviews on YouTube.com/RFC Reviews.
Cool. Okay. Matt, how do people get a hold of you?
You can find me on Blue Sky at Melvar. That's with 3 L's and 2 R's.
Yay. Awesome. Rob.
okay. I am also on Blue Sky at robflails.bsky.social. Probably by the time this goes out in podcast form, I will have closed my Twitter account because I am done. So yeah. So, but you can still find me on YouTube at Flailthroughs, which is my YouTube account for Gundam and other mecha gaming. I've been doing some Armored Core 6 that should be going up on weekends. That's a really fun game. It is not easy, but it is a really fun game. And if you like what I'm doing on YouTube, patreon.com/flailthroughs, you can throw money at me for it, and I will take requests. And I have an Amazon wish list at tfradio.net/playlist.
Chris.
I am on Blue Sky and Mastodon at ChrisRTXV. You can find the work I've done on the internet at playwithphotography.com. That includes galleries, articles I've written, things like that. If you would like to shower me with material affection, I have an Amazon wishlist at tfradio.net/chrislist, and that probably covers everything.
Cool. Okay. Well, we'll be back next week, hopefully with fewer technical difficulties, because I will hopefully have a new computer. We'll see you then. Have a good one.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, y'all.
Take care.
Record stopped.
So what do you guys think of this Godzilla -1 trailer?
I'm aware it exists. I haven't watched it.
I'm not even aware it existed.
I'm not aware either.
It looks okay.
I want to really love it, but I'm with Rob. I think it looks okay.
I probably would have preferred another Shin Godzilla, but I think of the Shins, and the next thing up on the docket probably in a few years is a sequel to Shin Kamen Rider.
Makes sense, I guess. As much as
I
I
need to
understand all
watch
that
that.
stuff.
Well, Shin Kamen Rider is up on Amazon.
I added it to my list. I just need to watch it.
Yeah. Shin Ultraman is out on Blu-ray, but they might get the Blu-ray right eventually. They're on their third try.
Really?
Yeah, and it looks like they are going to pull a Bandai and not give out the third version to people who they've been replacing discs for.
So what's been the issue with the Blu-rays so far?
Well, basically subtitling problems. The first one had actual HTML visible in subtitles. The second one fixed that and introduced some new problems, and nobody's gotten the third one yet, so we're not sure what's wrong with that. Good
But it's
movie,
always
though.
something.
It is always something, and this is a very small company, so who knows? But I should be getting a replacement disc in the mail at some point, and I'm just kind of curious to see what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to say, like the state of my computer right now, just putting reactions in Discord is causing it to stutter.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So I have to have something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think we kind of knew already you had to have something.
Yeah.
Well, Brian, can you deduct this on your taxes as a work expense?
I'm not
That's
going
it?
to. No.
Oh.
I could. Maybe. No, I can't. I don't think I could.
If he uses it for things other than work, which inevitably almost everyone who uses a computer does, I don't think it ends up as a tax deduction.
And I draw no income from this, so it's not work.
Yeah.
In fact, I am in the hole on this.
tfradio.net/Amazon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we didn't really plug that, did we?
No. It was a pretty decent month. Like,
That's
it's not
good.
what it used to be, but
Well, I don't think it is for. I don't think it is for anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forget, was Prime Day in August or was it July?
July.
Yeah.
I remember because there's absolutely nothing showed up at all that was worth it.
There never is.
Right.
Used to,
Yeah, like 10 years ago, it was a big deal.
Yeah, used to you could find a couple of things that made it worth searching through the pages and pages of crap. Now it's like, there's nothing here I want.
Mm-hmm.
And if you find something, it's usually out of stock.
Yeah. Or they preemptively up the price 40% so they could mark it down by 30% and still say it's on sale.
That's everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually bought something this week because of that gimmick.
Oh?
Yeah, a large power bank, like one that I can run AC stuff off of in case our power goes out again.
Yeah.
But I'm going to use it to. I can connect a solar panel to it, so I'm looking for the right solar panel that I can install it on the roof of my shed.
It's the Anchor one, right?
No, it's EcoFlow.
Oh, okay.
It's very similar. and just use it for power in the building for things like a light. And we're thinking about trying to do like a side hustle of like one of Kim's friends sells things. They do like they buy pallets and resell. And like she doesn't have to work. They do it enough where she doesn't have to work. And Kim has been wanting to do a side hustle for a while. So we're thinking about like trying to turn our shed outside into like a warehouse for things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that would run a small computer, a light, and like a printer.
Might want to think about an air conditioner too.
Yeah, well, it's not going to run that.
No, but you still might want to think about an air conditioner.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and head on
Yeah,
out. I'm
I gotta
kind of
go, too.
tired.
People watching live, we love you, but we got to go. Especially because God knows how long it's going to take me to render this stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll
Don?
see you later.
Don's got to figure out how much to overcharge for his stuff.
Oh,
Uh,
diecast. He's not going to
I'm-
overcharge.
I'm just joking.
No, he's going to be in line with market values. That is done.
Uh-huh.
or a little bit less.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's just that Galgar was not